Now see question number 5. Rose Limited issued 10,000 10% debentures of rupees 100 each, payable as follows. So face value of the debenture is rupees 100. Rate of interest is 10%. Not visible. Is my screen visible? You can see the question. Everyone can see it. Maybe some net problem at your side. Okay, fine. Then 10 on application. Breakup of installments is application, allotment, first call, and second and final call. So 10 plus 20, 30, plus 30, 60, plus 40, 100. So it means we are issuing debentures at par. Arun, who holds 500 debentures, failed to pay the amount due on allotment. He, however, paid this amount with the first call money. Dinesh, who holds 800 debentures, paid all the calls in advance on allotment. Okay. So now first entry will be bank account debit. Bank account debit to 10% debenture application account. Now 10 rupees on application and 10,000 debentures are there. So you will receive 10,000 multiplied by 10 rupees, 1 lakh rupees you will receive on debenture application. Now 10% debenture application. Account debit. One lakh. To 10% debentures account. Keep on replying your answers also. You can share your journal entries, your amounts with me. ₹1 lakh. Now next will be 10% debenture allotment account debit. And the amount on allotment is 20 rupees per debenture. Okay, we will so next entry will be bank account debit. 2 lakh. Now someone has not paid us allotment money, so we will need a working note. And someone has paid calls in advance also. So first we will make a working note here. amount due on allotment is equal to rupees 2 lakh. Then there is a shareholder, debenture holder who is having 500 debentures. He failed to pay the amount due on allotment. So on 500 debentures at the rate of rupees 20, he will not be paying you amount. So less 500 debentures not paid is equal to rupees 10,000. So 10,000 he has not paid. So the amount received will be rupees 1,90,000. Now someone has paid advance also. Calls in advance. Now how many shares has paid you calls in advance? Dinesh, who holds 800 debentures, paid all the calls in advance on allotment. So calls in advance will be how much now? 30 rupees of first call and 40 rupees of second and final call. 70 rupees you will receive on calls in advance for 800 debentures. So you can mention here 800 multiplied by 70. I hope these calculations are clear to you. No confusion is there. Rupees yes 56,000. So this way the total amount received on allotment will be amount received on allotment is equal to rupees 2,46,000. Yes, please. If anyone is feeling any confusion regarding these calculations, please let me know. So now bank amount will be 2,46,000. Then to 10% debenture allotment account. Now allotment amount, how much you have received? For allotment you have received only 1,90,000. So for allotment it will be 1,90,000 because 10,000 you have not received. Then you have received calls in advance, 2 calls in advance account, and that advance is 56,000. If you want to open calls in area account, then just a minute. Then you can open calls in advance account here in debit side. Calls in areas account, debit 10,000, and then this allotment amount will become 2 lakh. So both ways you can do whatever you feel comfortable. You can do it that way. Yes, please. So I hope that this entry is clear both ways to you. If you are opening calls in area account, then how to do? And if the question is not asking anything and we are not opening calls in area account, then how to do it? So these all topics will give you a revision of your shares chapter. Same concept was there. Now I will make first call due. So when so it will be 10% debenture first call account debit. Now to 10% debenture account. So now on first call, 10,000 debentures are there and 30 rupees per debenture is due. So that will become 3 lakh. So it will be 3 lakh. Amounts we will do later. And now your liability of calls in advance for first call will get finished. Calls in advance account debit. You have received amount for first call to 10% debenture first call account. And you have received amount for allotment also. So it will depend on your previous entry. Right now I will be showing you how to do it. 10% debenture allotment account. I will explain it. Wait for a minute. Now I hope why I have debited calls in advance. First think over that only, that this logic is clear why I am debiting calls in advance account. Because I have got a liability at the time of allotment. Now my that liability is getting finished. So that's why I am reducing my liability by debiting calls in advance account. Because this entry I am doing for the first call money received, that's why I have received here to 10% debenture first call account. But if suppose I do not open here calls in area account, then this amount will be 1,90,000. And if I am doing this entry without opening calls in area account, then I will write here to 10% debenture allotment account, and it will be 10,000. But if I am opening calls in area account here in this entry, calls in area account debit, then this amount will be 2 lakh. So allotment account has already become 0. But this calls in area now I am receiving. So that's why instead of writing here 10% debenture allotment account, I will be writing 2 calls in areas account. So means it depends on your previous entry what account you should write here. So now I hope this entry is also clear. This journal entry is also clear. Now again we have to calculate the bank amount. So we will again make a working note. This was the first working note. Now second working note is, so money, I should copy it so it will become little bit easy. amount due on first call is equal to rupees 3 lakh less. Now what amount you will not receive? You will not receive calls in advance. Calls in advance. Now calls in advance was on 800 debentures, and per debenture amount is rupees 30. So for this stage, for first call, the calls in advance will be 24,000. So this you will not receive now. So 3 lakh minus 24,000, it will become 2 lakh 76,000. Then 2 lakh 76,000, and now you are receiving some calls in areas. Calls in areas you have received. Now calls in areas is how much you have received? 10,000. You have received 10,000. So it will become 2 lakh 86,000. Amount received on first call is 2 lakh 86,000. So here you will write 2 lakh 86,000. 10, sorry, your liability is finished. Sorry, here I should write, okay, calls and yes, obviously 24,000. So 24,000, your liability is finished. Then two debenture, first call, full amount 3 lakh you will write here. And your calls in area now you have received is 10,000. Now you can check the totals, 2 lakh 90 and 3 lakh 10,000. So your debit and credit is equal. So that way you are supposed to do the entries with each and everything with every logic, proper logic. Now next entry will be 10% debentures, second and final call account debit. 10% debenture, second and final call. Now per debenture amount is rupees 40. So the amount due will be 4 lakh. And now again we will calculate the amount. So calls in advance liability will be finished here, 800 multiplied by 40, 32,000. So out of 4 lakh, you will not receive 32,000. This is clear, or I should explain it further. 800 debentures were there, and the amount per debenture was 40 rupees on second and final call. So that way your 32,000 plus 24,000, the whole liability for calls in advance is finished now. So out of 4 lakh, you will not receive 32,000 because it was received in advance. Now 4 lakh minus 30,000, 3 lakh 70,000, minus 2,000, 3 lakh 68,000. So this amount will be 3 lakh 68,000. So this is all about this question. This was the first working note. You can also give third working note regarding 3 lakh 68,000. Yes, please. If you feel any confusion is still there, you can tell me.